You can create such high quality CAD models for your 3D projects, whether you want to manufacture it and 3D print it. And this video is a proper guide on how you can do it with the help of ClaudeCode. Let's start with our first thing that I want to show you some first examples, and then I will take you to, of course, the same place where I want you to take. So this is, for example, I wanted to create a very interesting 3D robot, but this time, I said, what, this should be a spider robot. You just create it. It should be 6-legged, and in the screen you can see the prompt was very simple: include 6 legs, servo, mounts, body shell, battery compartment, cable routing. So when we 3D print it or manufacture it in the later part, we don't have to manually do all of this, and it's in front of you, by the way. And I'm very already impressed the way it created this entire model in just few seconds. You can look at this, okay, with the proper battery compartment, with proper 6 legs, and all of them are pretty accessible. If you want to look at them closer, I can zoom in, zoom out. If you want to select, example, I want to select this middle ML firmware servo, and of course, they have their own link. I think this software can actually how you workflow. Okay, you can see right now this is a pretty interesting example of spider robot, but I have so many curated examples I made just for you guys to demo. Now, for example, before showing all these examples, let's first how to set up this entire project. Okay, this is gonna be really fun thing. So first you have to create a random folder name on your terminal. For example, I should just create a ForgeCAD, and it's time to open ClaudeCode. Oh, okay, I know if you're still unaware of ClaudeCode, simply go to this link in the description. Everything is in the description. You don't have to go anywhere else. And download this Claude desktop app. Once we have this, open the ClaudeCode, and it looks almost very cool, and you don't have to properly set up it. It's just very one-click install thing. Simply just select the project ForgeCAD which we created, and once we have it, it's time to install the software called ForgeCAD. So this is the screen ForgeCAD. So the ForgeCAD is a software which helps generate the AI prompted these CAD models with peak accuracy. So for example, I want to go to this command called npm install ForgeCAD on our ClaudeCode terminal. Once I do it, it will install it, and once we install it, it's time to log in, by the way. So you have to log in. So simply just in terminal type ForgeCAD login, just simple enter your email password. Don't worry, it's free, you don't have to go anywhere. And once it's done, just simply click on ForgeCAD.studio, and this, you can see this local host has been opened, and this is looking really cool. Now slowly we will add different files here. So I think it's almost, the setup is probably done. All we need to do is now generate so many examples so you guys know how to prompt it well, because prompting this is a little bit tricky than most AI to 3D models. Alright, so let's start with examples. I said design a pragmatic robot hand suitable for 3D printing. The hand should have a modular, printable, easy to modify. Use ForgeCAD's best practices rather than inventing your own abstraction. And I just said this. I know this is not a long prompt for AutoCAD or for CAD designing. It's not generally recommended to have these long prompts. You have to be just accurate with sizes, and you can see our example of this robot hand. I'm personally not a big fan of this design because this design looks almost okay. I mean, if you're designing the palm of a robot, this definitely would look like this. But for people who are especially not very much technical, I think we should move to our next prompt. Cool. So another interesting prompt is I said design a simplified Formula 1 suitable for display, include front wing, rear wing, suspenses, wheels, cockpit, classic modular assembly, and you won't believe what it actually made, and I am pretty impressed. Like, this looks so good for someone like CAD design. This car looks really well, and if you're thinking, wait, it doesn't look like proper 3D rendering, well, CAD actually works like this. And if have you ever used like manual AutoCAD, you know it better. So you can see, for example, I can select first wheel, second wheel, I can select the proper hoop roll. I can properly select the nose cone of the car. I can select the front wing, back wing, right, left, and all those wings, and it's looking really well. I can see the classic halo steering. So this is pretty much detailed model. If you look at the the behind and under the thing, you can see the classic floor, and everything is just so perfectly done that I'm pretty impressed that it's done by just a single AI prompt and not manual grinding. All right, let's see another example. This one is a prompt about, I said, create a 75% mechanical keyboard, include case, plate, USB-C output port, switch cuts, and yeah, I try to make it very minimalistic because I don't want to spend huge time for demonstration, because that's the part I already showed you. So you can see the keyboard looks almost cool as I wanted, with proper switches, proper keys, and proper ports. You can just you can just make it 3D around the different corner, different cameras, and I'm pretty impressed by everything. Is so pretty much detailed that it makes me wonder, how cool it is for AI to build such kind of things. For example, another example which we need to talk about is I wanted to create a quadcopter frame. I wanted to create a drone simply. If I be honest, I said it should have motor, propeller, camera, battery, all these design frame should be happen, and it's in front of you. I hope you have already seen this, and if not, I hope you never see a drone cool like this again. You can see the drone looks so cool that it's just blowing me right seriously. You can see the floor behind it, the battery holder, the propeller with proper motor. You can see the camera mounting space. Everything is so detailed. Like the prompt adherence with the ForgeCAD connection looks seriously good. And of course you can use Claude Codex or anything, but Claude is genuinely one of the peak tool when it comes to generating such CAD models. For example, look at this one. This one is a good prompt. I try to stay minimal. I said, create a ergonomic gaming mouse shell. Remember, it's a mouse shell. It's not completely gaming mouse. It should have PCB mount, sensors opening, USB exit, and of course I personally don't like this design. This is one of the first example it created and I did not like it. But if you're okay with these kind of shell designs, and if you want to improve it, you can definitely prompt it again, and we can improve it according to your systems. Not just this, if you just see this, all these different options you get in ForgeCAD web interface, you can just increase these kind of sizes. It can be accurate for your 3D printing, and honestly there are still more examples to show. From this prompt is pretty interesting. I said create a designing stealth fighter aircraft. It should be including wings, twin stabilizers, cockpit, and honestly it's in front of you. You can see it yourself, by the way. I have no commentary on this. This is looking seriously good for something like such initial design. It's looking perfectly good. See, another prompt I have for this one. This is like a design a detailed suspension bridge. It should include towers, suspension cables, deck support beams, and this is my favorite design, by the way, ever created. You can see the bridge looks serious engineering project, not some demo by AI. And that's what I'm saying, that using Claude for CAD designing is one of the best use cases we have came across. You can see another detailed example of the attack helicopter. It should include main rotor. The prompt was very simple. It should have landing gear, cockpit, missile pods. And this is what I'm saying. If you're pretty much unaware of creating prompt, it's also simple. You can go to ChatGPT, describe your model, and it can give you a proper CAD based prompt. So even prompting is not a big issue anymore. So yeah, all the links in the description, by the way. So if you want to check it out, you can go and check it out. You can run it. Everything is free, and I already told you how to do that. If you like this video, just simply click on like button, share it, and for more such cutting edge tutorial, latest technologies videos every day, just subscribe the channel.